Go!
Go check out igsky.com if you're looking for some cheap FIFA 16 coins. Use ROSSii for an 8% discount. Enjoy the video. Hello guys, Mr. Rossi 1990 here, and we are back with a little bit of a different video today. Actually, it's the first one I've done of these in a while, especially with face count. Apologies for my overall look. I've just come back from playing football and I'm a little bit out of energy. But anyway, I also fucked my shoulder, so apologies that this isn't gameplay. It's just going to be a pack opening, but I buggered my shoulder going in goal. I'm not a goalkeeper, and that's just weird. That's a story for another day. But anyway, today's video is going to be a Q&A. I've got my phone down here, so if I look down there a lot, I do apologise. What is people asking me over on the Twitter? If you don't follow me, it's at Mr. Rossi 1990. It's incredible banter. There's some great laughs over there. A lot of abuse over there as well, but you know, that's how it is. We're going to ask some questions. We're going to get some questions. I'm going to open packs in the background because some people have something to look at. We'll just open this first pack without a question, just to see what we get. Because it's a half-decent team of the week, actually. In fact, it's an incredible team of the week. And we probably won't get any. We start things off with an absolute legend in Manuel. Oh dear. Okay, it was unfortunately the 7.5k patch. We do get striker Ross McCormack, which is banter in our first pack, which is probably going to be in amongst the questions. But the first question, it's probably just going to be like straight off, nothing too fancy editing wise, just straight up. I'll probably put the questions on the screen somewhere and you'll see them. If it is you, let me know in the comment section below. Hello and welcome. The first question is from a guy called Matty Spratty, is his Twitter name, or his Twitter actual name, and he says, favourite Leeds goal? Now, this is a difficult question, because obviously there hasn't been many. Leeds don't score many goals, especially this season, but there obviously has been years when Leeds have been absolutely fantastic. There's an awful pack in the background, apologies, but my favourite goal, the goal I like most, looking back on, and the goal which, you know, hits me right in the heart, is obviously your Boa's goal. There's two. There's one against Liverpool and there's one against Wimbledon. You've probably seen them. There aren't actually, one of them I think is on the opening scene of Match of the Day. Well, it used to be anyway, where it's hit on the volley, it's like hit the underside of the bar and got in. And back then that was an incredible goal. Obviously I don't think I saw that live, but it's an unbelievable goal and it really just, it makes me feel good. And also there's a goal which I don't know why I like this so much, but it was Harry Kewell. I know Harry Kewell's a hated Leeds player now, but he used to be my favourite player. It sucks what happened, but when he was at Leeds he was my favourite player. It's a goal against Arsenal where he goes down the side and he like smashes it outside of his left foot and it just rifles into the corner of the goal. It was an unbelievable goal. There's been some really nice Leeds goals in the years, and that's definitely probably offset a few of my favourite Leeds goals. Now, move on to the next question. That's from Tom Cobbing, and he says, what is your favourite ever game? What is your favourite ever game? I'm not too sure if he means a Leeds game or a game as in like a FIFA's a game. So I'm going to answer both. My favourite Leeds game is Leeds versus Liverpool, and Martin Viduka scored 4 goals. Absolutely incredible. It's sometimes on like Football Gold, you see it on Sky Sports and stuff. These packs are awful, so hopefully you get some enjoyment out of this, apart from the packs. But you sometimes see it on Football Gold, sometimes on Sky Sports and whatnot. But he scores 4. I think he breaks Patrick Berger's ankle as well when he spins him. It's unbelievable. Obviously, football back then was a lot more fun for me being a Leeds fan. Martin Viduka was one of my favourite players. Absolute beast of a guy. Leeds don't have them type of players anymore. It's upsetting, obviously, but it is what it is. So that hopefully answers this question there. My favourite actual game, like game-wise, unbelievably, it's not FIFA, would you believe? There was a game called Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube, and I was a lot younger when it was out, and I used to play a lot with my dad, and it was the best game ever. I enjoyed it so much. I had it on the GameCube when I was on holiday, and it was a game which I really badly want to complete, and it goes down as probably my favourite game of all time just because I enjoyed it so much and put so many hours into it. Rather than put so many hours into FIFA, I don't get as much enjoyment full on out of it. I get some enjoyment out of FIFA. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's horrifically bad, but that game for me was brilliant, and I really enjoyed that. It kind of shows my age probably there, going back to the GameCube, but it was a good console actually. Some really nice games over on there, and the GameCube did quite well. But hopefully that answers your question, whichever ones you went for there. The next question is going to be from a guy called Aaron, and he's actually got the Sidemen bracket. A lot of people have that over on the Twitter, and his question says, I've completely lost it, where did it go? Who is your most favourite ever Leeds player? Your most favourite ever Leeds player? I've got a couple. Harry Kewell is my favourite Leeds player to a date. When he went to Liverpool, when he did that Galatasaray move completely, it annoys me thinking about it. Now he's at Watford, I think, as some kind of coach or something. But when he was at Leeds, let's just put a line right there, he was by far, I shouldn't do that on my shoulder, it's absolutely killing. He's by far my favourite player. I used to have pictures of him on my wall. Every time I went out playing football at this place called The Green, over where I live, I used to be Harry Kewell. We used to have a player name. I was like, I'm Harry Kewell. Unbelievable. I used to be a massive fanboy. Always had him on the back of my shirt, Kewell. I'm just a massive fanboy of him. And then Why the hell did I think that was Ronaldo? It's Rafa, which is my boy. I like Rafa. But yeah, Harry Kewell is my favourite player to a date. And I also like Mark Viduka quite a bit. But my current favourite Leeds player in the current Leeds team is Lewis Cook. I just think he's an absolutely outstanding player. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Hopefully he goes on and does wonders for Leeds. If not, then maybe get a big Premier League move and whatnot. We've got the next question here. I've got low battery on my phone, which is just awesome. From a guy called Max, and he says, how do you feel about Jonny Howson being one of Norwich's best players this season? Also, any hate towards or against Norwich? I love Jonny Howson. Jonny Howson is absolutely brilliant. It's nice to see, like, Leeds Academy players go on to do well in the Premier League. Obviously, Norwich, you couldn't consider it doing well in the Premier League because they're just about that relegation zone. So you don't know if you consider it doing well. But like he said, he's been one of their best players this season. He's got an inform card actually out right now, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be looking into doing a random hybrid with. I can't hate a player like that. The fact that there's so many went to Norwich at that time, there was obviously like the Snodgrass, the Bescio, the Howson, the Johnson. It just like ended up being loads of players going to Norwich. It kind of made you feel like, you know what, if Leeds kept them players, they could have done well. Because Norwich ended up obviously getting promoted. And then players aren't all there now, obviously gone elsewhere. But I can't hate Jonny Howson. But at the same time, I do dislike Norwich quite a bit. It's purely for the fact that they stole our players. And it kind of frustrated me to an extent that I just don't like them anymore. And I would love to see them get relegated. Obviously, that is a horrible thing to say. If you're a Norwich fan, I do apologise. But for a team like Newcastle, which I've got a lot of friends who support, and I like Newcastle, I'd rather they stay up and Norwich went down. That's a completely different subject anyway. But hopefully I answered your question. I do apologise if you are a Norwich fan and that's kind of upset you. But it's just, I get a little bit salty when it comes to Norwich. Favourite food? Lee Bolmer says, I'm a KFC fanboy. I've put on so much weight and are experiencing problems with the store, and hopefully that's just a glitch. Yeah, KFC is my favourite food by an absolute mile. I normally have a mixture of things. There's so much stuff at KFC which I like. I'm not too much into spicy foods, so like the thing they got at the moment, the Zinger Stacker or whatever it's called, I don't like that. But I do like obviously the chicken on the bone, the boneless chicken. Oh my god, don't even get me started. It's absolutely amazing. Daniel Rich asks the ultimate question, my favourite question of all time. Ass or titties? Both. Both, mate. Both. Absolutely both. Not really a question for this video, but it's a bloody good question. Oh my god. Graham C22 asks, would you rather have toes for eyes or eyes for toes? Interesting question. That is a thinker. I'm not too sure. I think I would much rather have eyes for toes, because you can hide that shit. If you have toes for eyes, I mean, come on. That would just be freaky as hell. Unless everybody had it, then it'd be the norm. Possibly, but I'd probably rather have eyes for toes. I hate feet anyway, so it wouldn't really bother me them being there. It would just look weird. What's your favourite Dutch team and player ever? That's from JLM. These packs have been horrific. Basta. My god. Kind of getting away from the fact there, but what was the question again? I completely forgot. What's your favourite Dutch team and player? That's an interesting question. I don't know, to be honest. There's a lot of Dutch players I like. I did like Memphis Depay before I went to Manchester United, and then for some reason, every time somebody goes to Manchester United, I just write them off and don't like them anymore. It's just something which happens with me, but he's a good player. I also quite like Huntelaar. I thought he was a fantastic player when he was in his good, and obviously had that Team of the Season Huntelaar card from a few FIFAs back, which I actually really enjoyed, which is a really nice player. And yeah, so he was pretty good. So he's probably my favourite Dutch player. I'm not too sure about Dutch team, if I'm honest. Probably go ahead and say PSV or Ajax or just any of them, to be honest. I've not really got a favourite. Excelsior, because they gave us Butaka, even though he's not turned out too great. But next question is going to be from a guy called Bradat, possibly, or Bradat. And he asks, hey ROSSii, I love the gods. Keep it up. Vids, he's corrected himself. Was wondering if you will ever stream on Twitch, because be sick. Ask ROSSii. I was thinking about streaming on Twitch. It was actually really in my consideration at the start of this FIFA, and I just didn't have the time. It takes up a lot of your day. You've got to realise I actually work. I work at Co-op. It's fantastic. It's obviously a supermarket. It's one of the smaller ones. It's actually got a decent sized one, and a lot of people have come in Co-op and they know me from YouTube, and it's absolutely cringe because, well, not cringe, but you know what I mean. Like, Co-op's a different side of me. And it's awkward when you see somebody and they're like, oh my god, it's the YouTube Mr. ROSSii99. It's also weird that you know me, because I haven't got that many subscribers compared to some. But he asks if I was stream on Twitch. I always go completely off topic, don't I? Possibly. It's definitely in my consideration, something which I would love to do at some point. Possibly when Team of the Season comes out, because that's my favourite time of FIFA. I love opening packs of Team of the Season. I love making squad builders. Random Hybrid will go massive in Team of the Season. Also bring back the Diamond Effect a little bit more with the Team of the Season cards because it's more fun. So hopefully that answers your question, if I can not have many stroke here. We've got a guy now, Sam Bird. Hashtag Chelino out. Obviously a Leeds fan. Opinion on WrestleMania and what storylines do you think WWE will do and what storylines do you want them to do? Now, obviously it's a FIFA channel, but if you don't know, I'm a big actually wrestling fan. I do have a wrestling channel as well, or wrestling, I say. WWE Supercard. It's a game on your phone, on your app. You can use your PC to play as well. He obviously plays it, I do believe. What was my opinion of WrestleMania? I thought it was decent, and then it kind of went... Meh. It started off quite slow, went really high with the Shane McMahon Undertaker match. Apologies if you don't know anything about wrestling, you're here for FIFA. I'll get through this question quite quickly because of that reason. But I did enjoy WrestleMania. It was okay. It wasn't the best WrestleMania of all time, even though it broke records of the best attendance. Definitely wasn't the best WrestleMania of all time. What storylines would you like them to do? Anything involving AJ Styles. I'm loving the fact that he is the #1 contender at the moment. And hopefully he can go on and win the title because that would make my day. I do like a bit of AJ Styles. I used to watch him in TNA with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, massive fanboy. Next question is from Jake Samuel. And he asked, will you give me a wager match on FIFA 16? He also asks, if you could sign one player for Leeds, realistically, who would it be and why? Now, the first question, I don't do wagers because I suck at FIFA, so it's almost like just giving you coins and money, so it doesn't really make sense to me. If you could sign one player for Leeds, realistically, who would it be and why? Who's realistic these days? Because there's some crazy transfers going on. I mean, the Downing to Middlesbrough one was a bit crazy. We all thought he had a good season at West Ham, I think it was, and then went down, so I'm not too sure. I would love to see them signing anyone with genuine pace and goal threat. That would be awesome. I'd actually love to see them sign a player like... I really badly want him to sign Anthony Knockaert, whatever he's called. He went to Brighton. I thought he was a fantastic player. And he's got the Brighton. He's doing wonders there. Also, Forestieri would have been brilliant. He almost did sign for Leeds, but then that went down the shitter. He's gone to Sheffield Wednesday, which is always a nightmare. Sucks ass working with a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I'm just going to tell you that right now. These packs in the background have been so bad. I'm not really paying attention to them, but they've literally been the worst. I know it's only the 7.5k packs, but holy shit, EA. Show me some love. Show me some freaking love. Last question I've got so far. This was kind of a off-topic kind of thing. I literally just tweeted out about half an hour ago, and I've not got an excessive amount of questions because it is currently 10 past 1 in the morning. That's why I like to record my video. That's why a lot of people... I'm going to answer a question which I get quite a lot. When are you going to do collab videos? This is a massive question. I get asked a ton. I am looking into doing collab videos. I've got a week off work in the next 2 weeks, so about 2 weeks time, and then I'm going to go big in collab videos. So I'm going to try and get YouTubers to come over to my channel. Hopefully I get over to them, and hopefully it boosts me as a channel. That's a good pack, John Terry 85 rated. Because what I want to do, ideally, is do YouTube full time. That is my dream, but unfortunately, on the views I'm getting at the moment, obviously that isn't a factor, but I'd love to leave co-op and do YouTube full time. I think my channel would benefit massively from it, from doing collabs. Because a lot of people kind of enjoy my content, but it doesn't get breached out enough anymore, because obviously I had that stupid 2-month break, which completely killed my channel. But I'm bringing it back up. I get a lot of people saying, oh, why are you going down subs? That's a natural thing, okay? That's a natural thing for YouTubers to do. You'll see a lot of YouTubers going down subs. It's a mixture of people getting bored of FIFA, and they just went, you know what, we want something a little bit different, so they unsubscribe, which is fair enough. It's also the fact that you always lose subscribers because your channels get taken away for being inactive after a certain amount of time. So if you're not going up subscribers, it just looks like you're going down, because you're not going up subscribers. The big massive YouTubers will also go down subscribers at time, but they'll go up enough so it doesn't look like it, if that makes sense. But the final question is, what is Leeds' biggest issue at the moment, such as defending, management, etc.? Holy shit, that question. Everything. Leeds is an absolute clusterfuck of bullshit. It is the worst situation ever. They've got an owner who is a jackass. He literally is a jackass. I don't even know how you can explain how he acts. He is the biggest jerk in the world. Originally, I thought he was quite good, and I actually backed him, and I said, you know what? Finally, we've got an owner who's got a bit of money. He does have money, but he doesn't use it in the right ways. I mean, we sold Ross McCormack, and then we was like, oh yeah, he's going to buy back Ellen Road. Never happened. Still haven't bought Ellen Road to this date. It's been like 2 years, 3 years, can't even remember. He was just going to be... Oh, that could have been so much better. That could have been like Rooney or something, but no, Charlie Austin. He's not a bad player, but you know what? Sometimes you just don't want Charlie Austin. You want better. But anyway, going back to his question, defending shambles. We haven't got a single good defender, in my opinion. Belushi has his moments. I mean, the last 2 games, Belushi has been an absolute nightmare. But before that, he definitely has his good games. I think my camera's going to fall off the top of my TV. If that does happen, I do apologise. He has his good games, so we've got Cooper, who I still think isn't top-range championship quality, and then we've got Sol Bamba, who is very hit and miss. One day, again, he'll be fantastic. Hiccups. Jesus Christ, I can't breathe. The next game, he will be god-awful. So I never really know how to judge Sol Bamba. Have we got any more questions coming through? We actually don't. So that is actually going to be the end of this video, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I will go down to 6k FIFA points, and hopefully if you have enjoyed it, if you want to see more, go follow me at Mr. Rossi 1990, and I'll definitely get some more out. This was kind of like a off the topic, because I was going to do a random hybrid today, but my shoulder hurts so bad. I don't really want to be doing a gameplay, because it'll be like an hour long. That takes about an hour of footage for the random hybrid, because I've got the squad builder part, depending on how I do that. And obviously I edit it down a tad for you guys. That's why they're like 20 minutes long, because it's crazy. It's crazy. So we're going to have one more pack after this one. Hopefully you have got some kind of enjoyment out of this. If there is a question you do want to ask me, feel free to go down in the comment section below and ask me some questions. I'm always in amongst the comments. Sometimes I don't respond instantly because I'm at work, or I'm just not at the phone or at the computer. But if you stick around, I will definitely get back to your comment if it's a genuine question. If it's just bullshit, then we don't normally respond to that. Not going to lie. But that was the final pack. We got Jonny Classy. So that was 6k FIFA points, guys. I didn't get a single good player. Single good player. Thank you to everybody who asked their question over on the Twitter. Absolutely brilliant. People, just refresh it a couple more times, see if any more comes through. No, people are probably just asleep. 1:14 in the morning. People have to sleep, you know. In England, anyway. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. If you have a like, it would be fantastic. If you're new around here, don't be afraid to subscribe. I'll catch you next time. And bye-bye.